This is absolutely Essendon match review time against Brisbane, the Bombers. How about it? They kicked 6 goals, 9, defeating Joe Danaher 6 goals, 1.
Yeah,
I just can't stomach it.
That's an amazing result for the Bombers to rub that little turd's face in it. We whooped him.
It's just
6-9 to 6-1.
It's all jokes aside.
Brisbane fans were leaving at 3/4 time.
I just can't stomach that. He's not just an ex-player. I know, yeah, we've got Peter Wright. Didn't do that well. Yes, he's done well for us.
Sure,
from the goal. But Danaher is. He's Essendon royalty. The bloodlines are thick and strong, and they go way back. And we have to put up with that in what was, a fairly low-scoring affair. Yeah. 6 goals. Has he done that at Brisbane?
No. I don't think he's ever kicked 6 goals before for Brisbane. But yeah, it is rubbing salt into the wound, isn't it? When you have a guy like Danaher who snubbed the club, and maybe with fair reason, then comes out and does that to us. So, look, it wasn't a great game for the Bombers. I mean, at half-time, well done. We kept the Lions down to...
I thought it was very well
2
done.
goals, I think, by half-time.
It was very well done. They were scrambling. They were hustling. Yeah. They were doing, honestly, I was really happy with that opening.
The effort in the first half was applaudable. And, look, again, it's like previous weeks where we've done well for patches of the game, and I think the reality is that in each of those games there was always that niggling feeling that the opposition were going to come at us, and
the tsunami was coming.
And
we were just wearing a raincoat.
Barely a raincoat, because that second half, I mean, it was completely the opposite of the first. The Bombers just weren't there, and again it was a drop away in pressure. It's like as soon as the side just gets the upper hand on us, we wilt. Yeah. And, there's going to be excuses here and there about, we were missing players and we didn't have Parrish, and on it goes. But, that didn't apply in the first half. So where did all that effort go? Where did the pressure go? And we just end up being a reactive team, and the panic merchants kick in. We start turning the ball over appallingly bad in that second half.
Yeah, there was a bit of
that. The domination was just too much for us to respond to.
Yeah, a lot of players had an amazing night. We can get to them. Played so well, the younger guys, but there was a few players having a very mediocre night as well.
So what's that? 4 on the bounce now? Losses?
We've lost. So we're now sitting at 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Yeah.
And this time last year we were 2 and 7.
Okay. Yeah.
And the draw arguably similar. I think we'd played 6 teams out of the top 8 from the previous year. Yeah. This time last year. Don't quote me, but I think they're the rough stats. So we've made a bit of ground, but boy, we'll get on to next week in our match preview. But what a slide!
Next week, Look, I mean, this run of games, we've talked about it a bit on the show. 5 really tough games in a row, and we won one of them against Melbourne, and had some honourable performances in a few of these games.
But we're leading against Collingwood. Against
could have
Port.
Possibly got over against Port.
Yeah.
I think this game against Brisbane clearly indicates the gulf between where we are and where we want to be.
Yeah.
And Brad Scott again, I think pulling out the let's be patient line. Oh, we have to be. I mean, we can't. It's just too early to be judging this team, but there are some disturbing trends occurring which really have to be addressed if we're to go forward.
Yeah, sure.
This dropping out of quarters, this losing focus.
Another rostered quarter off. Yeah. Or would you say it was the whole second half?
Rostered half off. Yeah. I mean, look, it's a way. We've been on the road 2 weeks running, and less time to recover than the opposition.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of excuses that can perhaps be used, but at the end of the day, you've got to look at the way this side's playing. Forget all the other factors. That's just distraction.
Right.
What I saw in that second half was a lack of leadership on the field. There was no one or two of the more experienced players standing up to go, this is what we've got to do.
Yeah.
And we allowed the opposition to dictate terms, and there's no response. So this is something that I'm sure the football club and Scott and his team are working on, is to find a way to address this lapses in concentration or lack of energy when we are being dominated by other sides, because this is really 4 or 5 weeks in a row where we've basically just folded at long periods of time.
Because how many times they had it in their forward 50 a bit, didn't they?
Yeah, so they had a record number of forward 50 entries for any team this year. I think it was 69.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that really was.
And that was 31 more than us. And I believe that the football spent 65% of the game time in Brisbane's forward half. So we were just under siege for most of this game.
Okay.
But interestingly, despite having won the clearances, so we were getting our hands on the ball first in many cases, but just were unable to string any effective chains together in order to bring the ball into the forward 50. It just wasn't happening for them.
No, it wasn't. But let's talk about it. I thought Hobbs did a great job. He did. Yeah. There was such good signs there.
Yep. Yeah, he was great. I mean, look, a young guy, but he really showed what he's capable of. Yeah. And I think he's only played about 20 games of football. So
I was heartened by his effort.
He was very impressive. And I thought stood up when a lot of his more experienced teammates went missing.
Yeah. Charlie Cameron was kept fairly quiet.
In the McCluggage McGrath Cup. I think Andy got the bickies this time. Yeah, he did well. He was brilliant. And I'm telling you right now, bookmark this. I reckon he's in all-Australian form as a back pocket.
Okay.
I really do. He's got some big scalps this year.
Yeah.
And good on him because he's taken a lot of flack from his own supporters. Yeah. And Scott has been smart enough to recognise where his real strengths are, and that's where he's playing. And he's responding brilliantly, as is our good friend Mason Redman.
Oh,
a big fan of our channel.
Yeah, big.
And Red Dog, outstanding in this game.
He was.
Outstanding.
He was. Yeah. He was. Thank God for him.
So he needs to be re-signed ASAP.
Yeah. What, are they mucking around there? What's going on?
Well, he came out in the media last week saying he was fairly ambivalent about his commitment to Essendon, and
really?
Left the door open for a possible move back to Adelaide. So
is that a negotiating ploy?
Oh, for sure. But let's see how we go. But we need to keep him.
Yeah.
He's one of our elite players, and we really can't afford to lose him.
No, I agree. Totally agree.
So I think, and I was really impressed with the game of Setterfield as well, who he's going about his business quietly and has been probably the recruit of the year.
Yeah.
I know people are going to go, that's bullshit. But when you really think about it, the guy couldn't get a game at Carlton. No, well, okay.
No. I agree. He kind of, he's not a flashy type. He just grinds it out, gets the job done, and that has incredibly high value. Yeah. Now, we didn't take a lot of marks down on that forward line. What was going on there? Did we take a single? No, I mean, we must have, but I don't know what the stats were, but it seemed like it was like...
Well, it wasn't good. I mean,
either intercept or...
Yeah, well, I can remember now. Contested marks inside the forward 50s. Right. So Brisbane had 17 in theirs. Right. We had 8. Right. Okay. And I'm struggling to remember any of those.
Who were the 8? Where were the 8?
Contested marks, that is, so I don't know. And now, look, no, I don't want to have a crack at Sam Wiedemann. He was pretty shit on the night, and I'm
it sounds like a crack.
It's a little crack.
It looks a lot like a crack.
You've got it. You get
smells like
you get a 5-goal bag, and you've got the fans excited.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Don't do it to us.
Back it up.
What are you doing? Don't be a tease.
He was just non-competitive, and as a minimum, half the contest.
Yeah.
Make it a 50-50 ball. But, Harris Andrews had him for breakfast.
Yeah, but you can't apply the blowtorch to him and not swing over to one S. Draper.
Yeah,
and Mr. Phillips as well. The Twin Towers, mate.
The joyous reaction to our ruck combo, I think, has come back to earth pretty quickly. They were absolutely awful.
Yeah, and it didn't work out.
Look, Andrew Phillips, thank you for your service. I think it's time to move on, personally. No
Are you giving him his letter?
More. Look, we've got a young kid called Nick Bryan running around in the VFL side. Right. Yeah, he's raw. I mean, all young ruckmen are. But he's getting 40 hit-outs a game and 20 possessions. Our rucks, that ruck duo, Drillips, they were being...
Drillips.
largely celebrated
Right.
as drillops.
Right.
In the last 4 games, how many marks do you reckon those 2 goons have had?
In the last 4 games.
Yeah, I'm giving you 4 games.
In total.
The 2 of them in total. Have a guess.
9?
No, don't be silly.
I thought I was trying to go under
It's
your...
not Gordon Grundy, okay? Have another try. Lower.
Oh, that's...
I'm going to tell you because we'll be here all day otherwise. 5. So what does that...
That's 1.2 per game marks between them.
That's a
0.6
0.6
each.
for our 200-metre plus ruckman.
That's not great.
That is a disgrace. Sam Draper, you've become a caricature of yourself. Honestly, pull your head in, son. 1 goal of the year does not make you Pele. Okay,
because he likes to grab it now and go for a bit of a dash.
And
he generally gets caught now because everyone saw the goal of the year on TV.
Yeah,
and so they're onto him now.
I love the guy. Don't get me wrong, but he really needs a run in the seconds. There needs to be some. No, he does, and there needs to be some hard love down at Essendon.
Yeah,
I'm getting a little worried. Brad Scott's fine for the next 3 years.
Yeah, but hard love is easy when you've got some.
What did you do back there?
People waiting in the wings.
What did you?
People waiting in front of a brick wall.
Well, there are. Nick Bryan.
Yeah, okay.
Paddy Voss.
Yeah.
I mean, there are players that have shown something in the seconds or whatever you call them these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys like Draper who, they've got potential, and every now and then you get little glimpses of what they can do. He needs to be given a slap in the face and told, you go back to the seconds and we don't want to see any of this ridiculous, carry on. Play the game, be a ruckman, watch 20 videos of Max Gawn and do that.
Right.
Right? None of this sort of flaring out of the middle thinking he's, Usain Bolt. He's not.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, that's my rant for the day.
Okay, all right. There you go. That's your homework, Sam.
Yep.
Samuel?
And I reckon you'll see in the comments people going, yeah, you're right.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, no, they're probably going to abuse me.
Don't comment.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much the take on the game. I mean, 42-point loss.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I was, the first half, I was proud of the boys. But yeah, I don't know what happened in that second half. Like to fall away that much. Yeah. But still.
I think they probably all went out to Fortitude Valley at halftime to grab an almond milk latte and
some artisanal
little relaxing Zen music at halftime.
Right.
We need hard love.
Yeah.
It's all well and good to be patient and say, look, they're developing.
Right.
But a part of development is a little bit of discipline.
Yeah.
And, I think they collectively need to be read the riot act for this coming game against Richmond.
There are no givens over the next few weeks, I think. There really are. Yeah. Not against West Coast.
No, I mean, there's right now we're showing that we are a bottom 4, bottom 6 side. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. We are so far off some of these sides at the moment. We can't be playing one half of football. We have to be playing 4 quarters, and it's just not happening. Don't give me excuses about players missing. I'm not going to hear that. Not going to hear it.
Geez, you are fired up.
Look, we've been patient.
Yeah,
right?
mate, we have. We've
been in winning positions. This game wouldn't have mattered so much if we'd beaten Collingwood or we'd beaten Port. But we keep making the same crazy errors every week, and I'm starting to get a bit tired of it.
All right, he's had a gutful.
What about you?
Well, I'm a little bit more. What's the word? Forgiving.
I know you were looking for a fancier word.
Yeah, I was.
I
was, but
what does that mean?
I'm surprised by this slide, and it's even last week. You said it was it was theme park in Vegas-esque.
We're parachuting without a parachute.
But now, it's there was that video that went around last week of that bungee jump that broke. It feels like that.
Yeah, I tell you, if you think we're getting a little heated today, wait till next week.
Yeah.
Wait till next week because
all right.
I'm frankly very nervous now about the Richmond game.
Of course. Anyway, we'll save that for the preview. Thank you for watching.
Cheers.
If you like what we're doing
sorry,
here,
we're a little fired up today.
Yeah, we are. But if you do like what we're doing here, you show your support. That would be nice. Press that like button. Don't just smash it. Just tap it gently.
It's not
and you
that
can
hard.
even subscribe if you feel so inclined. But thank you very much for watching.
There's so many benefits.
That's a big commitment in this day and age.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well.
Yeah, seems to be.
All right. Well,
anyway,
we'll see what happens.
all right, we're out.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching.
Bye for now. See ya.
Bye now.
See ya.